Being a businessman in 2025, starting your own business, what are some of the things that people don't think about before they start getting into business? So a little backstory. For most of my life, I worked in the regular job market. I worked fast food jobs. I have been a cook. I've worked in construction, been a mechanic. I've been pretty much working in the blue collar and customer service and food industry my whole life. I never worked in an office, never worked with a computer. It was always with my hands. But I always had a dream of being a businessman. I always wanted to start my own business. My stepmom, when I was growing up, she had a business. She had a cleaning business. She still has the cleaning business. But that was my exposure that this was possible, because my own stepmother had a business and I would see how hard she would work. And I'm not gonna lie, man, she was stressed out. She's been doing it now for 20 years, over 20 years. So she knows what she's doing now. But I remember as a kid, when her business was in the early stages, how rough it was, how tough it was. And I'm gonna talk a little bit about the shell shock that you're gonna have when your first couple years in business, or your first year, your first 6 months. It's gonna suck. It's gonna suck. It's really hard in the beginning. And that's what separates pretty much everyone else. Why doesn't everyone have a business, right? It sounds like this great thing. It's this dream that so many people have. Oh, I want to have my own company. I want to have my own service. Trust me, guys, it's possible, because there's people out there doing it right now. You can do it. You can do it too. Look, I'm not that special. I'm a human just like you. But I don't think people realize how much hard work goes into it, how much sacrifice that you have to put into starting that business, because in the beginning, you're just fighting an uphill battle. You're fighting an uphill battle with knowledge, with learning how to actually do a good job, pricing, making people happy. You have to learn so many things, you start a lawn care business, right? And at first you might think, okay, I can start a lawn care business if I learn how to cut this grass, and I do a good job, and I'm friendly, that it's all gonna work out. Wrong. Then you realize, oh shoot, if I want customers, I gotta put myself out there. I have to advertise. I have to hand out some business cards, flyers. I gotta go on Facebook and put myself out there. I gotta bust out. In the beginning, the hardest part is literally just getting customers. I started multiple businesses now at this point. I've had a couple failed ones. I've had a couple successful ones. This is just my life now, and I can tell you right now, the beginning is rough. The beginning, you're just struggling to find someone to even just pay you, even to just hire you. Which eventually, if you keep at it, someone will hire you. Someone will pay you. And you'll get little jobs here and there. Especially if it's your first time. Because nobody knows who you are. You don't have a reputation. You don't have any reviews. Nobody has told their friends about you. You're untested, man. You know what I mean? And you probably don't even have the best equipment because you're starting business. You probably don't have a uniform. You probably don't have that professional vehicle, website. You don't have all these things that an established business has. And it's so much easier to get customers when you have an established business. Like right now, like, okay, I'm on the way to go do a job right now for my most successful business, my RV cleaning business. When I first started that business, it was rough. I had a hard time getting clients. I thought I was about to lose it all at one point. I remember at one point I was down to like $200 in my bank. And I had a customer call me and he booked an appointment, and I would have made like $500 off that job. And the day before, this dude wasn't answering the phone and he canceled last minute. And I thought I was screwed, man. That was like my only client I had lined up that week. And I was literally like betting on that client. Like I was betting on that job. I needed that job to pay those bills. Like just that $500 just to get me through the week. And the dude canceled. And this is why I don't have any clients. I don't have shit for clients, right? So I'm like not working, barely working. I'm broke. That's how it is in the beginning, man. Like you're gonna be broke. You're gonna be like struggling your ass off. You're gonna be trying to put yourself out there. People aren't gonna trust you. People are gonna cancel on you. People are gonna try to lowball you. And the jobs just aren't gonna be as consistent as you like. Because people are taking a risk on you. They're taking a bet on you. Now that I'm established, now that I've been around for a few years, you know what's happening now? I'm gonna tell y'all something. It's like I damn near have to beat these customers off. I gotta like bat them off, man. Like I'm getting so many calls. I get so many calls now. I'm booked out every day. People want their RV like now. Like I need you now. Quick. I barely have any free time. It's a blessing. I'm not saying it's a problem. It's a true blessing. It's a blessing. I wished for that. I wanted that. And in the beginning, that's what you want. You're like, yo, I'm ready. Like, let's get like working, blah, blah, blah. And once you get established and you have a good reputation and people start telling their friends about you, and you've been around and you've got a Google and you've got a Facebook with a bunch of followers, and you've got that website, and you've got them business cards, and people know who you are. People just know who you are at that point. So it's so much easier, because when you start a business, you're gonna be like angry. You're gonna be like, if you start a cleaning business, you're gonna see this other company, like, why is everyone calling them? Why won't they call me? Like, I'll give a better deal. I'll give them a discount. I'm putting more heart into it. Like I'm gonna make sure I do a better job than that other company. But they just don't know who you are, man. They just don't know. They don't know if that you're gonna screw them or like rip them off. They don't know if you're gonna do a good job. They don't know that. You could be the best you could be the best business owner ever. You could put in 10 times the amount of work than the other company that's just half-assing it, right? Like, yo, you can start a restaurant, put your heart and soul into that restaurant, have good prices, everything, and still go out of business, but because people don't know who you are. But they're still gonna go to the McDonald's because they know McDonald's. They're comfortable with McDonald's. They grew up with McDonald's. It's always been there. They know that they're gonna get what they're looking for. So when you become established, you become that guy, right? And what does it mean to be that guy, right? That guy is a reputation. It's about reputation. People talk and they're gonna be like, oh, yo, I need someone who can do this thing that I need them to do. I need them to clean my house. I need them to fix my car. and they're gonna call Old Bill's mechanic shop, because Old Bill's mechanic shop been there for 10 years, and they know that Old Bill ain't gonna screw them. They know that Old Bill has a good reputation. He has 5 stars. Oh, he fixed my grandma's car back in the day. You know what? I'm gonna see if he can fix my car. And you're more likely to go to Old Bill's shop just because you have more trust in him and you're more comfortable with him than you are a brand new mechanic shop that just opened up next door. That brand new mechanic shop is gonna have trouble gaining a clientele at first. Now, I'm not saying that you're not gonna go to that mechanic. Let's say Old Bill is booked up, right? Let's say he's fully booked and that mechanic shop, you just happen to you just need it done like right now, and you're like, you know what, I don't know who these guys are, they don't have any reviews, but I'm just gonna take a shot in the dark and I'm gonna give these dudes a call, right? Because I have no other options. Like, it's like the McDonald's thing, man. Like, oh, McDonald's is fully backed up, it's got a line stretching around the building. You know what, let's go to this burger joint next door. We've never been here before, let's give it a shot. So you will get customers if you put yourself out there. You will get clients. It's not gonna be all at once, like if you already got established. You're gonna have to fight for those clients. You're gonna have to fight for those reviews, that good reputation. You're gonna have to struggle and eat ramen noodles if you have to. You're gonna have to sacrifice free time. You're gonna have to do things for cheaper than the competition. Do more work than the competition for less pay. Hey, that's what I did. Now I'm charging a lot more. And that's how it is in the beginning, man. Like, you get better equipment, you get better at the job, you gain a reputation, it gets easier. It gets easier, guys. And in the earliest stages of your business, that's gonna be when you're most likely to quit. You could go 2 weeks. You could start a pressure washing company, be out there handing out flyers, doing this, doing that, having all your equipment ready to go. And you won't get a call for 1 week, 2 weeks. Nobody's calling you. Nobody's hitting you up. And you're gonna think, damn, I guess people aren't looking for pressure washing. You know, oh, my bills are coming up. If I don't get a job soon, I'm screwed. And then you go back and you get re-enslaved at that job, at that 9-to-5 job, because that's all you know. But if you just went a little bit farther, if you just sacrificed a little bit more, let's say you're 3 weeks into that pressure washing business. Yo, then you get a call. Someone needs their house done, pressure washed. And guess what? They're gonna pay you $500 to do it. And you actually get the job and you make the $500 and the person's happy. Now you just gotta replicate that. You have to replicate that. You're like, all right, man, I started this pressure washing company and somehow that guy called my phone. Something I did. Either he found a flyer or I gave him a card or I posted on Facebook. Yo, this is what I had to do in the beginning. I could have started a I actually tried to start a pressure washing business, but it turned into this RV detailing business. But I was getting pressure washing jobs. I was getting those jobs. And I figured out how to get those jobs. But the RVs were just much more valuable. I was just making more money doing them naturally. But in the beginning, yeah, like I had to drop off flyers, I had to post on Facebook. Yo, some of my first clients I got from posting on Facebook groups, from dropping off business cards at random locations at other businesses, putting it on bulletin boards, putting flyers, going to other businesses and talking to the owners, dropping off packets saying, hey, you guys need this place pressure washed? I got you covered. Give me a call. And I started getting jobs. I have an office cleaning business, actually, also, that runs itself. It's very small still. I'm just gonna be realistic. I probably could have grown it bigger, but I've just been focused on other ventures. I've got a few contracts, I've got a few clients. Got like 4 offices that we clean. I've got a couple girls that work for me that clean the offices. It's not a big operation whatsoever. I don't make much money off of it, but the way I got those offices was from cold calling. I called like every business in my area. I offered my cleaning services, and I got hundreds of people saying no. I got thousands of people that told me no. And that's disheartening. I could have just gave up. But the truth is, I know it's possible. I can get more clients. I can. If I made more calls, I could get more. If I run more advertising, I could get more. If I drop off more business cards, I can always get more. And eventually one day that office cleaning business is gonna run itself and it's gonna be successful. And of course right now, the same thing applies to this YouTube channel. I know I don't have a lot of subscribers. I know that my videos don't get very many views. Some videos get 500 views, and that might not seem like a lot to someone, 500 views, but to me, that 500 views is quite a bit. It means something to me. It represents something successful, because I have a lot of videos where I only got like 10 views, you know, where basically nobody saw it. This could be one of those videos that only gets 10 views. I don't know. It could get 1 million views, it could get 10 views. I really don't know. But I'm not gonna give up, because I've been through that stage, and that's the hardest thing when you start. This YouTube channel itself is a form of business. It's a personal brand. It's coaching, it's teaching, it's a business. It is. Now, I'm not gonna say that I'm making a lot of money off of this. I ain't making any money off of this, really. I still make 99% of my money off of what I'm doing now, this RV cleaning service. Do I want to have this RV cleaning service forever? Do I want to do this forever? No, of course not. I've got other businesses I want to build. But one thing this business taught me is that it has matured, it has grown, and it has made me a lot of money. And the other businesses that I'm building, I just know that I have to do the same thing. I have to put up with that early period where nobody knows who you are, where nobody truly trusts you, where you don't have the clients just yet, but you have to work on it. That's the filter. If you want to be a businessman, that is the ultimate test, because not everyone can do this. Not everyone has the patience for it. Not everyone is willing to sacrifice for it. Why do most businesses fail? Because it's not for everybody. It's only for those that are willing to do things that other people are not willing to do. It's only for people that are willing to put in more work than the average person. It's only for those that are willing to learn more than the average person, to educate themselves. So I'm just gonna leave y'all on that. And I wish you guys luck in your business ventures. And if you guys need help starting a business, getting out of a rut, starting the next chapter of your life, I do have coaching down below in the link. You can talk with me one-on-one. You can tell me what you're trying to get done. And I hope you got something out of this video. And if you set up a one-on-one coaching with me, I really hope that you get something out of that, because I truly believe I could help a lot of guys out there that want to have their own business, that dream of having their own business, that dream of living the life that they want, that dream of waking up every day working for themselves. I would love to help make that a reality if I can. So put a little bit of trust in me, man, and become one of my clients. Sign up for the one-on-one coaching, because one of these days, like I said, at first I'm gonna be begging for clients like I am now, but eventually there's gonna become a day where I'm just not gonna have the time for it. My schedule's gonna be way too filled up, and it's gonna be pretty hard to get access to my coaching, or it might be way more expensive, because it's gonna happen, guys. All right, just like when you start your business, you're gonna have to do the same thing. Anyways, leave a comment if you have a question, and let me know, guys. Sign up for that coaching. Peace.